Hey guys, it's Di, and I have a viewer request video for you guys today. And the viewer wanted to know what purses were the best to put the Apple iPad in. And I have the iPad 2 here, and I also have a cover on it. And also, I know I have gotten a lot of questions on where I got this cover, and I got it off of Amazon. It's really inexpensive, and I found it by searching purple iPad 2 case, and that's how it came up. And the brand name is Fenty. It's Fintie. So if you search for Fenty purple iPad case or purple iPad case, it should come up. And there's a lot of different colors in this like diamond print. I think there was like a pink, a purple, a green that came up from the same listing or whatever. So anyhow, that is what this is from. And the nice thing about the iPad is smaller than like a regular magazine size. So there are a lot of different bags that it fits down inside. So I will go ahead and show you some different bags here one by one, and then also try to show you what the iPad looks like down inside of these. Alright, so I just have a number of handbags pulled out here, and I'm going to go through them one by one and show you what the iPad 2 looks like down inside of them with the case on it. And the case really doesn't add that much bulk to it, so it's a pretty good representation of what the iPad, even just by itself, would look like, or with the thin case around it. And obviously for tote styles, it's going to fit down there really nicely, but I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like down inside so you can kind of judge how much room it's going to take up. And pretty much all the handbags I have pulled out, the iPad fits down inside of them. So then it's really just a matter of, if you're looking at one of these handbags in specific and wondering how it's going to fit, hopefully this can help you out somehow. So the first bag I have is the Louis Vuitton GM, the Montorgueil GM. And this is the bag that I've been using all summer long. And the iPad fits really nicely down inside there, going east-west. And it will fit in a pinch if you want to stand it up and down. You kind of have to wrap the top of the zipper over it. But if you sit it to the side, side by side, east and west, whatever you want to call it, it fits in there really nicely. And there's a lot of room left over to put additional items in there. And so it's the same kind of idea with the Tivoli GM, which is a similar size and shape to the Montorgueil GM. The iPad fits down inside of there really nicely, and especially when you put it down in there east-west, it takes up a decent amount of room, but not too much, and you still have lots of room left over to put your day-to-day items. You cannot, however, stand it up like that because the corners, since this bag is rounded, it doesn't really fit in there, but sitting it this way, it seems to be a little bit more stable anyhow, so that's basically how I'm going to prefer to show it, I guess I would say. So that's the Tivoli GM. And then the Totally MM obviously is a big tote style, so it's going to fit down in there no problem and be a very comfy fit. You can sit it down in there if you're wanting to stand it up, going upright. It fits in there no problem with a few inches of clearance on the top to zip. And then also it fits in there sideways with a few inches of clearance on either side. So you have a lot of room left over if you're using this for a work bag or a school bag or whatever you're wanting to use it for. So that's a great option if you're needing a lot of additional room in addition to the iPad. Also, the Luminous Pm is another tote style. It's going to definitely fit down in there very comfortably, and when you fit it down in there east-west, you can see that there's a lot of room there in the front since it's a very boxy shape, and then it can fit in there tall up and down, but you want to make sure it didn't grab your zippers. So again, my preference whenever I would be putting the iPad in a bag would be to put it sideways, east-west like this, because it fits most comfortably in most bags like that. And then moving on, the last Louis Vuitton that I'm going to show you guys with the iPad in it is the Palermo PM size. So this is the smaller size Palermo, which is great because it's got a nice sturdy base in there. So the base is very sturdy and holds its shape. So that's great when you're putting additional items besides just a wallet and that sort of thing in there. So you can see the iPad fits very, very comfortably down inside the Palermo PM. And east-west, it's like a perfect fit. To put it upright, it does not fit to close the zipper. That's not really something I would do. But This is actually my favorite fit out of all the Louis Vuitton bags. I really like how the iPad fits down inside the Palermo PM because I feel like it doesn't alter the bag's shape and look at all because of the base that's very structured, and I feel like the size is perfect. There's a little bit of extra room on either side, so you don't have to worry about it catching the zipper or anything when you're pulling it in and out. And also you've got lots of extra room down in the bag if you're traveling for all your essentials, or if you're wanting to put your iPad in your bag for every day. There's room for your makeup bag, your wallet, your cell phone, keys, all those essential items in there with the iPad also. So this is actually my favorite Louis Vuitton bag with the iPad down inside. And then I wanted to show just a few other brands because the viewer actually, I went back and looked and she didn't necessarily specifically say Louis Vuitton, so I just figured I'd pull out all the handbags that I thought the iPad would work in and show a few additional ones here. And so obviously the Balenciaga bags are very unstructured, but the city style, which is kind of the classic, most well-known style, it does fit down inside of there with no problem. You could zip it up east and west. It's another one of those bags that it does not fit in there upright. The zipper would not close. It's a little bit difficult to do one-handed here, but you can see that it's just above the zipper. And again, this would not be one of my favorite bags to carry the iPad in because it's an unstructured bag. It's going to pull your leather down like that. I don't know if you guys can see, but there at the bottom, it's really pulling the bottom. So that would not be one of my favorite bags. Although it fits in the Balenciaga city, I don't like carrying like technology or heavy books or anything like that in Balenciaga bags. I feel like they're better for like everyday bags. Just my personal opinion. And then the last bag that I will show you that the iPad fits inside is the Marc Jacobs large multi-pocket. And this one is interesting because the iPad actually fits in there best in the up and down position, north, south, or whatever you want to call it. And so that's different from all of the other bags. And when you have two hands, it goes in there a little bit easier. But it does fit down inside there and allows the bag to zip with plenty of extra room, so you don't have to worry about the zipper getting caught or anything like that. So if you're really wanting the iPad to be up and down, and this is a bag that you considered or possibly have in your collection, those are actually a really great match. So, I'll show you one more bag. This is the Coach Alexandra. This is also a really large, substantial size, but again, it's kind of the not as structured leather. So it is a very thick leather though, so I would be more apt to carry an iPad and something like this over a Balenciaga bag. So you can see this is another bag where it fits down inside there north-south with plenty of extra room, and that fits really nicely. So for a non-Louis Vuitton bag, this would probably be my preference to carry an iPad for a non-Louis Vuitton bag. So hopefully this has been helpful, and I just wanted to show as many options as possible. I didn't really get too many specific questions from the viewer, just she wanted to see what bags the iPad fit down inside. So these are the bags that I have and wanted to show you. So hopefully this has been helpful, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.